Hi, Leather Rokk here. Welcome to my channel. And this is Tabby Boy. Mwah! Take a look at my makeup, would you? I did this using a palette called Lilac You a Lot by ColourPop, along with some other things. And if you'd like to see how I did it, stay tuned. One more thing I would like to say before I get started with this video you're about to see. The Walk Away group was taken down from Facebook, and it was not done by the group itself. It was taken down without our permission. This taking down of right-leaning sites by the big titans of cyberspace really needs to stop. People deserve to have free expression and to be able to congregate with like-minded fellows. And this whole deplatforming of voices that you guys don't approve of really needs to stop. On with the video. Look who's here. Look at my Cassie girl. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, whoops. Here. I really love this palette. Lilac You a Lot by ColourPop has so many different shades of purple. Most of them are not very bright. So if you're really pale skin like me, a lot of them are going to be very subtle and very almost neutral. So this I would think would be an especially good palette for darker skinned people. But dark is not what I am, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this. First thing I'm going to do is prep my eyelids with this e.l.f. Line and Seal. And it's it only comes in 3 colors, light, medium, and dark. The light color is what I'm using, and it's not even light enough. And the dark is not even a dark, but for something that you're just going to use to cover with eyeshadow, it's not bad. And I bet I've had this 3 or 4 years. I don't think I paid any more than $3 for it. I like to always get right underneath my lower lashes too, so that when I bring the color underneath it sticks really well. And you can tell, I know that you're not supposed to hold on to these things this long, but it hasn't gotten rancid or anything. The first color that I'm going to do on the eyelid is going to be this pale pink matte color. All these colors have a name, and this name is Filtered. And I'm going to use, I guess, one of my... No, I'm not going to use a bigger brush. I'm going to use the B&H Cosmetics Studio Pro number 17. And I'm going to get a nice load on this brush. And I'm just going to concentrate on the lid. I'm not going to go as far as the crease, but I'm going to feel free to give a good coat. And do the same on the other side. And let me check in this light. There. I want to make sure that, just so that it's dark enough so that you can see it as it is. These letters are really hard to see. I love using this to hold my brushes. It's really come in handy. It was a really neat Christmas gift, that's for sure. Okay, I'm going to use this brush. This is a Vivace brush, and I'm going to go into this color. And again, this is a nice shimmer. And I'm going to put this on my crease. And again, this is not going to look very obvious at first. I'm going to repeat on the other side. Take a look at what that looks like. I want to do that one more time. Now for the brow bone, instead of the usual white kind of color that I use, the brush, I'm going to use an Ulta Beauty eyeshadow brush. And there is a color here that looks almost like a gray lavender. They call it Ghostin. And I'm going to use, I love this little brush. This is a nice travel size brush. And I'm just going to do the brow bone. A lot of times I do the brow bone as my first eyebrow color. I mean, not eyebrow color, lid color. Not for this. This is also good if you find that your crease color gets too close to the eyebrow. Then that's a good time to apply your brow bone color. Because if you have a real white kind of brow bone color, you can use that brow bone color to make up for a crease color that is too close to the brow bone. That's an especially useful technique if you've got a really bright color like a blue or something. I'm going to get a thinner eyeshadow brush now. Or I can just use another, no, I'm going to get something smaller. I'm going to use another Vivace brush. And I'm going to use one of the darker, brighter colors. This matte purple color here is called Fluff. And this brush, which is really good for doing line work and detail work things. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath my eyes and I'm going to hit just and I'm going to do the other eye. And as far as the wing goes, I'm only going to start right here. And I'm going to use this just like I would an eyeliner. And I'm going to join both. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. With this technique, you can get away with not using a separate eyeliner if you don't want to, or if you didn't have one. Of course, usually I still like to get an eyeliner, so hold that thought. I'm going to go up to the crease now with this other matte color. It's a real neutral looking color in the middle called Imagine That. I'm going to use another Vivace brush that's good for both depositing color and for blending, because you see the bristles have two different lengths. And I'm going to get a nice generous coat of this color. And I'm not going to go all the way left and right. I'm just going to kind of accentuate this area right here. And then I'm going to go back in on the other side. Just to deepen this a little bit. And then go back. Onto the other side. Then I'm going to go back in the crease with this top color here called Cloud, just to accentuate the shape of the eye. Do the other side. Now I want to take a blending brush, a soft, big, fluffy blending brush. This is a B&H Cosmetics Studio Pro number 6. And I'm just going to do a little bit of the blending of this bright purple color here. This fluff. Just a little bit. Make it a little bit more. That wing is a little bit fatter than I would like it to be. I want to make it less eyeshadow-like and more eyeliner-like. Yeah. Now, I'm going to get another one of these brushes, another Studio Pro number 17. And I want a little bit more definition, the upper part of the eye here. So I'm going to take this color here. This is called Zoned Out. Generous bit on there. Tap off the excess. Then I'm just going to kind of accentuate the outer wing. If that's not obvious, some more. Kind of from the crease to here. And then repeat it on the other side. I am going to put a lipstick on next. This is very pretty, I think. This is from Milani Cosmetics, and it's called Magenta Madness. I still don't think I really need an eyeliner with this. I'm going to use this Yankina mascara, 1 second volume. It is waterproof. I definitely gave it a bit of an acid test last night with water on camera on another video segment I was working on. And in fact, yes, it is waterproof. If you can get this mascara, I definitely would recommend it. If you're looking for a waterproof mascara, it really is waterproof, and that makes something out of nothing if you've got not much to speak of lashes like I do. I'm going to use the cheek colors from the Christmas Star palette from Too Faced. I'm mainly working with this palette because I really want to use it up. Since I had the mishap with it and I already dumped my bronzer and some of one of the blushes. And this is not my favorite palette by a long shot, but I never want to waste things, so. And it does have a nice cool tone blush that would be perfect for this look. It's called Up to Snow Good. And like many of the Too Faced palettes, this does have a nice scent to it. It's, what do they say? It's gingerbread, or what do they say it is? To me, pretty much most of their things smell like chocolate, except for their berry-scented palettes. Now they have some really interesting scents available now. There is a palette that I was slightly intrigued by, meaning I like almost half the colors in it, only to find out that it was bubblegum scented, and that would just make me hurl. So I'm getting a fairly generous coating on this. Actually, that was a bit too much. And I don't bother with cheek colors a lot now with the mask wearing, and sometimes I wear cheek colors anyway. I just wear it a little bit heavier so that the color peeks up over the top. But really, that kind of makes it so that you have to wash your masks more frequently anyway. But cheek color really does make your face look more chiseled on camera if you're doing things that don't require you to wear a mask. Like if you're doing any Zoom or Skype calls or things of that nature. I'm going to use another big fluffy blending brush, or actually I'm going to use this for my highlighter. I'm going to use a Wet n Wild. This is supposed to be a crease brush. This is awfully big for crease work, I would think, for the most part. But one cool thing about this is it does have their take on an ergonomic handle. They have a suggested spot here for you to put a finger. So, with the latest color available that's supposed to be a highlighter, it's really not pale enough if you have very, very, very pale skin like me. But you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to use a very, very, very heavy amount. Now, this palette does not come with a mirror, so I'm going to go ahead and use the ring light mirror that I have right here. And this is such a dark highlighter that I am really scrubbing it on to get any kind of color payoff with something that's really not light enough. Something I like about these cheek colors is they are sheer enough so that they are buildable. I think one time when you do want a color to not have too much of an intense color payoff is for your cheek colors. It can look very, very, very obnoxious if your cheek colors are too intense. I'm going to get another brush to blend that. A really nice brush for blending is this I thought this was an IT Cosmetics. This is an Ulta Beauty cheek brush. And I'm just going to soften this up a little bit. I'm going to walk over up against the wall, see what this looks like. What do you think? If you like this, just get yourself one of those Lilac You A Lot palettes from ColourPop. It is really a delightful palette. If you like purples and lavenders, it is quite. I'm going to give you another look at the palette, but I'm trying to be very careful as to where I'm balancing this computer, because my stand-up desk is kind of was at an angle, and I have some skincare boxes, and I don't want this computer to fall down. See, I was closer to the light before, and I really want you to see these colors. I don't want to put this any more further, because the pans of these are not close enough to the magnets on the inside, and they fall out very easily. I can't travel with these palettes. I love the colors, but what's the sense in taking a risk, taking something on the road only to have the tin spill out? So this is the final look. Okay, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, and you like a kitty, hold on. A kitty like this kitty. Oh, if you like me and my content and my kitties, I invite you to subscribe. If you do, hit that bell so you don't miss anything. And I will talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye.